Hey everybody, it's Kegan from Lincoln Hills. I'm so glad that you're tuning into this stream. This is a Bible lesson for parents to use to continue to teach their kids at home during this time. So I appreciate you guys. We love you and miss you and hope to see you soon. Stay tuned for this week's Bible story or memory verse lesson. Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at Isaiah 53. Isaiah was a prophet, and a prophet was someone that God gave messages to share with his people. Sometimes the messages were about how God's people needed to change their ways. This message was about Jesus, and God gave this message to Isaiah 700 years before Jesus was born. Isaiah preached that Jesus would be hated and that he would suffer. Isaiah 53 says, "He was despised and rejected by men, a man of suffering who knew what sickness was. He was like someone people turned away from. He was despised and we didn't value him." Isaiah told about how Jesus would suffer for our sins and how his suffering would save us. He continues to say, "But he was pierced because of our transgressions, and we are healed by his wounds." The people would wander away from God like sheep, Isaiah said. They would do what they wanted, but God would punish Jesus for their sins. He goes on to say, "We all went astray like sheep. We all have turned to our own way, and the Lord has punished him for the iniquity of us all." And Isaiah says that Jesus wouldn't argue with the ones that wanted to kill him. He goes on to say, "Like a lamb led to the slaughter and like a sheep silent before her shearers, he did not open his mouth." Even though Jesus was innocent, he would be murdered like a criminal and buried in a rich man's tomb. And Isaiah said, "They made his grave with the wicked and with a rich man at his death, although he had done no violence and had not spoken deceitfully." And Jesus allowed all this to happen to him so that we could spend eternity with him in heaven. Isaiah says about this, "He submitted himself to death and was counted among the rebels, yet he bore the sin of many and interceded for the rebels." All of these things came true, just like God told Isaiah they would. Jesus was hated. He let himself be killed on the cross like a criminal, and he was buried in the tomb of a rich man named Joseph. And because he took the punishment for our sins on himself, those who follow him are forgiven. God decided a very long time ago that Jesus would die on the cross to pay for our sins. 700 years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah wrote about how this would happen. Jesus was the servant who suffered so that whoever puts their faith in him can be healed of their sins. Today's big picture question: why did Jesus have to suffer? And our big picture answer: Jesus had to suffer so that we could be healed of our sins. Thank you so much again for watching this Bible lesson. I hope that it was useful for our parents. I hope that it was useful for our kids. We love you guys, we miss you, and we're praying for you, and we hope to see you soon.